I asked Tom, I said, yo, did you see Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers? And he goes, oh shit, no. He's like, where'd you see this at? I said, Mahoning, dude.
I was like, I even said to Alexa, listen, I don't force you to watch anything. I might actually force you to watch this one. just because of how fucking ridiculous it is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jeff and Collin in the Morning. We are your hosts, Collin Peters.
And Jeff Manfred.
Well, Jeff, I guess we got an interesting episode to talk about today.
Dude, I fucking can't. Just like... Oh my gosh. So, to start this off, we did VHS Fest last year. We saw Chopping Mall at the Mahoning Drive-In. So this year, I actually had off the whole week of July. July 4th, that whole week. And it just so happened that they moved up VHS Fest to the end of that week. So it kind of worked out. And I was laughing because I'm like, all right, I wasn't really interested until I saw a title for a movie. And then I was piqued. It was called Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. And all I did was take a screenshot of it and send it over to Collin and John. And I'm like, yo, do you guys want to go do this?
And I said, absolutely. I checked my calendar and I said, let's just go. I mean, and even though I didn't know a damn thing about Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, nor did I really care. I was just like, it's Mahoning, it's drive-in movie theater, it's VHS Fest. We did VHS Fest, like you said, for Chopping Mall. That was a fun time because it's not just this festival of where they actually project the old VHS tapes instead of 35mm or DVDs or anything like that. It's actually an event where they have all sorts of vendors with VHS movies and merchandise in general, and it's really like a blast from the past, really.
Yeah.
Like, didn't we see like laser discs up there this last time?
Dude, yeah, the laser disc caught me off guard. When they were like, I just saw a big time, like, wait, is there really laser disc?
we couldn't resist. We had to stop and like look through them. None really caught my eye.
Yeah. It would have to be like something crazy just to like pick one of those up, because I don't even know if the Laserdisc players even exist anymore. I know that VHS players still do, but
they make a haul too from those VHS sales. Like, I'm amazed at how many people buy the VHS tapes. It's crazy.
I know it is, and it's really mind blowing because it's VHS. It's like I thought it was a dead medium, but vinyl, it made a comeback. I mean, seriously, that made a comeback.
Well, vinyl is extremely different because the quality of vinyl is still better than anything that we have digitally. I mean, VHS is still, it's inconvenient because you got to rewind, flash forward, you stretch the tape out. It doesn't really have the longevity. Digital obviously has a lot more better picture quality, sound. It's so much easier to just pop the disc in and boom, there you go. But yeah, I mean, like it's crazy seeing that. I mean, I think for more people of our age, I think the nostalgia of just having that tape, though, is where it really counts.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like how I told you that, I mean, I've even posted pictures of this. I still have my original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on VHS. And the box,
like mint condition.
The box is like pristine. Like, I babied that movie. My Batman 89 one, not so much. I'm sure the VHS tape has burned the shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I was actually thinking of like putting that in a shadow box, and then I ordered a piece of 35mm strips of the movie, and I thought maybe like putting that in there and just be like, here's my childhood.
Oh, absolutely. I think that'd be fun to see too.
I think it'd be really fun to do. So anyway, back to VHS Fest at Mahoning. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers was the one that caught your eye. I'm glad it did, because I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Because when Jeff and I go to Mahoning, it's usually like Mystery Science Theater there. I mean, we just don't give a fuck. They even tell us when we get to the gate, they're like, oh, just keep it down. You can talk during the movie, but please be respectful to others. And it's funny because people around us laugh at the shit we say.
Sometimes they join in, which even makes it funnier.
That's when you know it's an event.
Going into it, I did not even watch a trailer. I was just like, I wanted to be surprised. I wanted to be immersed into it. Because I'm like, there's no way that this is going to be amazing. Yeah, by the way, it is. It was actually really funny. I was not expecting it. I was just expecting, like, cheesy, bad, and it wasn't. It was actually just straight up just humor. And it wasn't horror at all. Really gory, though.
I kind of figured watching it from the very beginning that everybody knew exactly that this was a B movie.
Oh, yeah. I tell everybody about, when I'm talking about this movie, there's the one scene where it's the dialogue that got me. So you're going through the perspective of a private detective, and he's narrating the entire movie. So at one point, he gets a call at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's with his girlfriend, wife, in bed, and he's like, I had to go, she's telling me that she loves me, wants me to stay, blah, blah, and they're actually showing her, telling him to go fuck himself, and giving him the finger. I died at that moment, because I'm like, wow.
And then Gunnar Hansen from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, who played Leatherface, he's the bad guy. It was so, like, it was kind of like Indiana Jones, in a way. Because there's, like, Temple of Doom type Indiana Jones I'm talking about. Gunnar Hansen, I don't even know his name in the movie, but he was supposed to play some, like, voodoo priest or whatever.
They're praising the Egyptian gods.
Yeah, Anubis.
Yeah.
It was like, Anubis in California? Hey, whatever. I mean, they say there's so much satanic worship out in California. Hey, why not?
Oh my gosh.
And then he got hookers to be his minions. And they had to be chainsaws. Because at one point they do the dance of the two chainsaws.
I think it was called the Virgin Dance.
Oh, the Virgin Dance. So
the Virgin Dance of the double chainsaws.
Oh, okay. Also, who's in this is Scream Queen Linnea Quigley.
Which we actually had to meet that night, which was actually really cool.
She was very gracious, big sweetheart. I thought it was really neat how she was interested in, like, talking to us. Kind of like how when we met Felissa Rose wanted to know about us, and she was more impressed about how Jeff and I were best friends since 6th grade.
Yeah, and that actually blew my mind. She actually was really interested in what we had to say.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's really, like, here she's lived an interesting life and being in these movies and going to all these places, and she was more interested in us. It was pretty wild. Then we told her about the podcast, and she actually, like, really dug the name, and yeah. I thought that was really cool.
I hope she listens, but...
Yeah, I don't know, yeah. I mean, we've had a couple people that, like, we've tagged on the Instagram site for our meet and greets, like Christy Swanson and Felissa Rose, and they've all, like, commented and liked our pictures and stuff, and that's really wild.
I think the one that still catches me off guard is Andre Gower. He comments back or he, like, likes, and I'm like, just one person who really loves his fans, like, same as Felissa Rose, and it really is cool.
When we posted our Wolfman's Got Nards episode, he reposted it for us then.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That is amazing.
He tagged us and said, thanks, it was really cool, like, meeting you guys out at Mahoning, because our thumbnail for Wolfman's Got Nards was him at Mahoning when we met him, and we were getting ready to watch Monster Squad, and Nards was the double feature. And, he retweeted it for us along with a thanks. I thought that was really cool. There's another really fun memory there. One of the things that I gotta say that I do want to throw this out there is that Mahoning has really awesome hot dogs.
Oh my god, you and those hot dogs, man.
They are really fucking good.
I'm actually surprised you didn't ask them what these hot dogs were.
I don't know. I was kind of making a name for myself, though, when Mahoning reposted my picture.
Oh my god. So, Collin has a ridiculous picture of him with the VHS return box, and he posted it. I think it's the next day, Mahoning reposted it with a bunch of other pictures. All I did was just tag him in and just be like, yo!
And I was like, oh, hey, look at this. It was like up to 700 likes the last time I saw it.
Oh my god. But, like, they actually had, for VHS Fest, they made a giant VHS, I guess, monster person creature out of
a robot, I guess is the way to say it.
And it's like behind him had a wall of, like, just old covers, and the robot itself was made out of old VHS tapes, and it was really cool, like, wild. Like, you can see it in the background of our picture. we posted too.
Yep.
And it's what, like, I want to say like almost 7 foot tall. Cause it like it was almost a foot taller than us, and we're just about 6 foot.
I liked how, like, on its like private area, they used Howard Stern's Private Parts VHS.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You
Oh
didn't
my
see
god!
that? Yeah.
I was just like looking at everything. I thought it was great. Dude, how the fuck did we go from talking about Hollywood chainsaw hookers all fucking?
You know, like when we listen back to this episode, we'll hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
It was Mahoning, and then the people that they bring in, the experiences
right.
and stuff.
So I was trying to figure out the transition from our original conversation. I'm like, literally, the movie's still sitting here. I bought the movie after we watched it.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what more to say about Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I saw it once with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like the most clear picture ever because it was still a bunch of VHS tapes that were projected on a drive-in screen, which was really awesome. but I mean, and what more can you say about it? I mean, fuck, dude. On the cover, it says the 4th greatest B movie of all time.
I know, and it literally has the main hooker with a giant chainsaw.
Almost looks like you'd think it'd be 3D.
I know. I'm gonna fucking look that up.
And didn't you say the Blu-ray actually was taken from the 35mm scan?
Yeah, it says that it was a Blu-ray edition for a 2 scan of the original 35mm camera negatives. That's kind of crazy.
Just think that movie is on Blu-ray yet.
I know. The fact I'm holding it, I was a little surprised I could find it. Dude,
So
I ordered
fast,
it.
Too.
Yeah, I ordered it. I think either Saturday night when I got home or Sunday morning when I woke up. It showed up yesterday, so it's like it was funny because like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I think even that night they had the director there.
Yeah, they did because they were talking with him and Linnea.
Yeah.
I honestly had no idea who it was, and
The only reason I caught wind of it was because it was literally next to Linnea, but they had the poster, the shirt for it. I thought it was actually just like promotional thing for it, but no, that was actually the director.
it was funny when we were watching the movie though. What did Linnea do that we said, man, I feel like we got to go up to her and be like, yo, you're such a trooper.
Oh no, yeah, holding both the chainsaws,
Oh, okay.
and like that's she was saying she got high off the fumes, and we're watching this woman. She's tiny. Like if you look at her picture, that's how tiny she is. Yo, 2 full-size chainsaws, and she's trying to dance with them. Trying is the best way to explain that. It's crazy because like you can tell that she could barely even lift them.
There was like a chainsaw fight, like in a Star Wars lightsaber fight. A private eye going after missing people who are getting killed by chainsaws, and Linnea Quigley plays the character who
went missing originally.
Yeah. And here she didn't even like really know exactly what was going on, even though she was hanging out with the hookers.
Yeah. It's like I think they were like drugging her or whatever, just like slowly brainwashing her to join their cult. And
then during the dance, the private eye gets like drugged and taken away, and Linnea comes out with the dance of the 2 chainsaws. It looks like the private eye is supposed to be sacrificed, but instead she snaps out of it and stabs Gunnar Hansen with the chainsaw, and he does so like lame. Ah! And he falls to the ground and dies, and like they kept showing the same shot of that one hooker just standing there.
Yeah.
Like not flinching, like 4 times or something. That's pretty much Texas Chainsaw, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Although I think when they do kill the main hooker too, and then I guess when the other police show up, Linnea goes, "They're gone."
Oh, that's right. Their bodies like melt almost.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit?
Or wasn't it supposed to be like, oh, they might have, like they're still alive, but they just got up because they said, well, I hope they don't. The private eye even says, like, I hope they don't come back.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the narration.
It's like they were setting up for a sequel that probably will never happen.
Oh yeah.
If it does, I'll be even more surprised.
And then there was even the sign, like, evil temple this way.
Oh, what is it? The other one that said keep going, you're almost there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I would say check it out. Like it's worth a watch, and you're gonna have some laughs.
Like it almost starts off being kind of serious, but not really. But then it just like starts going way over the top.
Come on. The first thing that we hear is a the hooker talking to a construction foreman, and she's like, "I bet you know how to hammer some nails." I'm like, "Oh fuck me, I'm fucking."
Dialogue's one thing, but when it starts getting into the antics like signs and dancing with 2 chainsaws for Anubis, it's like what?
Oh my gosh.
Hollywood chainsaw hookers, yeah. I don't even know if it was really an hour and 30 minutes.
No, it's 75 minutes, so it's like it was short. So
really short.
It got really into the point quick.
Yeah. Does it have any deleted scenes on there?
No.
Okay.
But there's a making of video.
Oh.
And something called the Night Owl Theater. Now I'm kind of curious. Is there anything else?
I got nothing. I mean, we pretty much said what we said about Hollywood chainsaw hookers.
I know, dude. That was quick lived because like I felt like I needed to tell everybody. I've been telling everybody since we watched it.
All right, I guess we'll wrap things up on this episode of Jeff and Collin in the Morning.
I know. Still think that's a funny episode.
I know. Right? Thanks, community.
I know.
So with that being said, we shall sign off. This is Collin Peters.
And Jeff Manfred.
Thank you all once again for listening. Stay safe. Stay crazy.
Please, somebody help me.
Oh, yeah.